Last night, my wife and I were watching some kind of home improvement program thing, and they went in this apartment of these college students, and they were going to fix their apartment. And one of them laughed and said, "What is this?" And they said, "Well, we call our apartment the temple of the red velvet Jesus." And they had bought at some yard sale or something a statue of Jesus that was about 2 feet tall, covered in red velvet, with a little space in it. It was a piggy bank where you could put money in. And they said, that's why we put this here in the center of the room, and that's why we call our place the temple of the red velvet Jesus. A piggy bank. I don't know who I feel sorry for more, them or the foolish person who in the name of Christ made this thing thinking somehow it would honor Jesus and Christianity. But you listen to that and you go, well, that's absolutely disgusting that someone would do that. But physician, heal thyself. Don't you know that you do the same thing? So often I do the same thing. Don't you see that? Not realizing who this is. Playing, as Vance Havner used to say, playing marbles with the diamonds of God. It's one thing to touch something precious to me, to spoil my home or to ruin my clothing. Lay a hand on my child. It's a whole nother thing. Disregard my child. It's a whole nother thing. It's a violent reaction. This God loves his Son. And those who had treated his Son as a red velvet piggy bank will melt before him on that day. Now, what does this mean? I want you to think about something. Imagine you're being led, young person, old person. Imagine you're being led into the throne room of God. And as you're being led in and cannot stop, they make you go. As you're being led in, you see heaven and earth running in the other direction, screaming, flee, flee, flee from the wrath of God. Flee from the one who sits upon the throne. Who can behold his presence? The rivers dry up before him and the mountains melt. And you, insignificant mite, are now going to go in and face the one that creation runs from in terror. And then think about this. As you're marching yourself in, proud of all your accomplishments, and Christians, this is a good word for you too. Proud of all your accomplishments and all the things you have and titles and ownership and this and that. As you're marching in to that great room, you see everything of this world that is not eternal passing by you in the other direction toward destruction. You will be saved, but as by fire. Everything lost. What does this mean? It means this. The world is passing away and also its lust, but the one who does the will of God lives forever. 1 John 2:17. This word here where it says the world is passing away, it means literally, it can also be translated is being pushed out. All the things that people so much strive after. The things that will not last. God even now in judgment is pushing them out.